Who hit the plot and his cops full of jealous. We in the bag and we bargain.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jo and I'm here with a new video. So today I'll be going over my tanning routine with you guys. I posted on YouTube a tanning video that I did with Tannologist. I posted that about like a year and a half ago, and it still got some traction to this day. And I kind of want to answer like some questions and go into like why I tan. That actually was a partnership that I did in May of 2023, right around graduation time. I also did post it on TikTok. It did really well on TikTok and garnered a few questions. And then I partnered with Tannologist again, I think in like December 2023, so that same year. So last year I partnered with them twice, and I really do love working with Tannologist. So if you guys want to work with me again, or any tanning companies, I'm here and available. But they kind of got me interested into actually tanning and seeing what that would do to my skin. So I actually saw a few videos on TikTok of the summer prior, so probably like summer 22 and just like throughout the year, of black girls who tan and that love tanning. And I always see that Joanna tans, and she has some of the most like gorgeous skin I have ever seen in my life. So I decided to try tanning and accept the partnership. So really, I just like to tan because it's fun. I actually like the aspect of like rubbing the foam on my body and then kind of waiting and rinsing it off and seeing the finished product and results. And I think it just makes my skin more glowy and like a little bit more, not tone per se, but if I do have any like slight discoloration, I think it just really evens it out. And I already do have good skin, and I have a great like body and hygiene routine in general, but I really do think like the tanning makes a difference. And I always tan before I go on like vacation or a trip, which is why I'm doing this video. I'm going to Austin in 2 days and I'm going to tan, especially because it's very hot over there. It's currently like fall-ish in Jersey, but in Austin it's very much still summer. I was also getting a few comments on the YouTube Shorts video as well as the TikTok video. Well, the TikTok video had a lot more positive like comments and feedback versus on YouTube. People were just like confused why like a black girl will tan, and like, why do you want to get tan? Some people were like, you don't love your skin if you're tanning. And first of all, I'm obviously black, so if I'm tanning to get darker or, you know, have more richer skin, wouldn't that mean like I loved my skin color so much that I wanted it to be apparent? Like, my skin color isn't actually like changing. It doesn't actually make me darker per se. I really think it just gives me a nice even glow. Like, I don't know, there were some really like rude and unnecessary comments on there, but shout out to the girls, the black girls who are hip to tanning and who do tan and who are defending me in the comments, or like agreeing that they also tanned as well. So let's get into this routine basically. So let's get into the products that I'm going to be using and how I like to use them, and then obviously I'm going to show you how I tan. So the first product is the Bondi Sands tanning foam. This is an ultra dark. I've heard raving reviews about this. Tiara Willis loves this. I think Joanna also uses this. So this is in extra dark, so it gets really dark. And then when I do show you the application process, like the foam looks like crazy dark, like almost black. And I can just, it gives me a slightly like better, if not the similar tan as the Tannologist. Tannologist only had 3 colors, so I was obviously dark, but this, the fact that this has ultra dark was really a selling point for me. She is a little pricey. I think she's like $26 or $27 at Ulta, and technically expires in 6 months, but sometimes to me expiration dates on beauty products are a suggestion, not a requirement. But this is currently what I used before my trip to St. Martin and what I'll be using before Austin. Next I have this Tannologist Gradual Hydrating Tanning Lotion. Did I say that right? Yeah, hydrating gradual lotion. And this is like a daily glow. This isn't necessarily like a true self tanner. It's more so for, it says, a natural sun-kissed glow, and it's for medium to dark skin tone. So this will really just like give you like a glow every single day. If you continue to use it, and you'll kind of like gradually see it build up. Like, it won't be as apparent. This is very much more like if I were to use an oil out the shower, that's the same hydration that this gives. Like, my skin is very soft, but I like to have a more like deeper, creamier hydration or lotion on my body, so I like to put this and then double up with my regular lotion on top. And I also feel like that reinforces the tan, because after you do self tan, you're supposed to like really like hydrate your body. Not hydrate your body, but really like, keep your body moisturized. Next, I have the Tanologist Self Tan Drops in Extra Dark. So I think they're drops to get darker than they're actually like foaming mousse did. At least like from the time I had the foaming mousse. I really do like these drops. I really should use these more often. I really use just for my face. I just combine it with my moisturizer. And if I'm like really good and consistent, I'll do it in the morning and the night, like before a trip, 5 or so days before. But I've been, like I said, slacking. But I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna be using this tonight, tomorrow morning, I'll be using this for the next like 2 or 3 days before I go to Austin. I might even bring this to Austin with me. We'll see, but I just like mix 2 or 3 drops with my moisturizer. Like I would actually use more of these drops, but I don't use that much moisturizer, and I don't want like to put, you're not supposed to put this directly on your face. You're supposed to mix it with the moisturizer. Potentially you can mix it with the sunscreen. I don't know. So those are the tanning products I actually use. And now let's get into this routine. Okay, so this is the before of me tanning, and this is in my bedroom in the warm light. This is about in the morning, I believe, because the light is very golden, still young. And then this is me in the white light in my bathroom. I just really want to show you how my skin looks in both lighting, so you can kind of see the difference. It's kind of darker in the bathroom, of course. Next, I am taking my moisturizer for my face and just applying, honestly, a lot onto my hand, and then I'll be mixing it in with the tanning drops. I think I did about 2 to 3 drops. I really just wanted to make sure that I was tanned for this trip, but also this is after I wash my face with a cleanser, like this at the end of my skincare routine completely, as well as the fact like I already showered, I exfoliated, I double cleansed, I did everything I need to do in the shower, and this is now the after. And I made sure to mix the tanning drops as well, the moisturizer really well, because you're not really actually supposed to put the tanning drops like on your skin. It's meant to be mixed together. It's a little bit too potent to put it on your skin, so do not put it on your skin by yourself, I beg of you. And I just put the remainder on my hands because I don't actually use the foaming drops on my hand, so I kind of use the tanning drops on my hand. So I kind of do the same process as my face. Next, I'm taking my Aquaphor and I'm putting this on my elbows as well as my knees. This is just to make sure that they don't get any darker than they already are, because I will be actually like tanning these, but I don't want them to get super dark because my elbows and my knees already are dark as is. I think that's for a lot of black women, that their knees and their elbows are just darker than their body, so that's just to protect it. Now I'm taking my Bondi Sands as well as my tanning mitt, and let me tell you, I'm very generous when I tan. Like I will pump that tanning product just to make sure like I get a nice even tan and coating, and I kind of just like rub it gently all over my skin, and you can kind of see like the difference of like the actual tanning foam versus my actual skin. It's definitely darker. At first it did look kind of scary the first time I used this, because this is the ultra dark color by Bondi Sands, but I promise like the tan after looks really nice. And as you see that I'm very generous with the foam, this should also just make sure that you have like an even tan and you don't want any streaks. So I definitely will go over the same spot again. And honestly, this system isn't really hard. It's really just like a repetitive system. You know, add the tanning foam onto your mitt, put the mitt on your body and like rubbing circular motions, and you just continue to repeat it. I know some people self-tan with gloves. I just don't do that. I will not touch the tanner or my body without the actual foaming mitt, because I have had my hands turn orange from the tanning foam, so I don't want that to actually happen. It's not really orange, it's just like really like goldenish. No, it's orange. It's an orangey golden color that happens when I touch the tanning foam with my hands, because it doesn't really like, it can't really rinse off on the pads of your hands. I don't know the science behind it, but that is what happens. Okay, so this process takes me about like 15 or so minutes. I think it definitely takes me longer because I'm obviously like filming and I can't expose my private parts to y'all. But this is a close-up of how it looks when I tan on my arm. Like you can already see how much golden and how shiny it's looking. Honestly, this is one of my favorite processes to do. It's very therapeutic, and I will say that like I will like take off my top, and I definitely do get it all over my breasts as well as my booty. And I don't do it on my vagina because you're not supposed to, but I do get very close. I can't even lie. That's mostly when I'm doing like a bathing suit type vacation. I just want to make sure like the tan looks super even, super cohesive. And I also do it on my feet too, because I want to make sure like my feet don't look lighter than the rest of my body. I think that would look kind of crazy, but I really just make sure that it continues to be even. And I try to apply the same amount all over my body. It's not really a science, but if any area just looks a little like less glowy than another, like I will go back on it and put more tanning foam on top of it as well. And honestly, this is just a fun process to do, but definitely don't do this if you have bath mats on your bathroom floor, because I did stain my bath mat by doing this. And this is what it looks like all dried down, like after I apply the tanning foam all over my body. So I do look a little bit darker, but this is not the final product. This is just like what it looks like when you go to sleep. Now, when I do go to sleep, I am completely covered. This doesn't really transfer, but you will see me in socks, a sweatshirt, a sweatpants, like every inch of my body that had the tanning foam is not touching my sheets, especially when I have white sheets. I haven't had any issues with this like staining my clothes or anything, but I do make sure to stick to like black, navy, or gray sweatsuits at all times, because it also does leave a stink. So like after I wear the sweatsuit, it just immediately is dirty. And this is what it looks like on my body the morning after, right before I wash it all off. And in the shower, I try to like use as minimal products as possible when washing it off to make sure the tan stays. So I'm using the Natrium, the Glow Getter multi-oil body wash. This is a very moisturizing body wash, but also like the whole purpose of this is to make sure like you can still see my glow, you can still see my tan. So like you're not going to catch me with any like bar soap, extra clean, extra bacterial. Like you're not going to see me using any of that, because I don't actually like want the tan to all like come off. So at first I'll definitely like have the water rinse off the initial tan that just wasn't like stuck to my skin, I guess. And then I use the body wash all over my body, my feet, everywhere that had the self tanner, to kind of just like remove the excess that isn't like seeped into my skin, basically, that the water didn't take off. And this process, it's a lot, because I gotta be honest, like before you actually tan, like you're showering, you're exfoliating to make sure like your skin is as dry and clean and prepped as possible to take in the tanner. And then like after I slept, so like about like 8 hours or so later, like I'm washing the tanner off again. So it is like, I don't know, a lot of showering in a short amount of time. And then I'm going to be using the Daily Glow. And this is just to really reinforce the glow, because after tanning, it's really important to moisturize. Because if your skin is like dry afterwards, I never let my skin get dry afterwards, but I know it's not like the best result, that your skin might start to like cracked, or like just not the best. The tan might look patchy, so I like to make sure like I'm super moisturized, especially the first 2 to 3 days after the tan. Like you will not catch me jeopardizing this tan, especially after like taking all the time to like shower before, put the tanner on, and shower after. And I put this everywhere all over my body, honestly. But like I said, it feels more like a body oil type of lotion versus like a really like super moisturizing lotion, at least what I prefer. I think I do have like dry body skin, versus my face is very like oily combination. And then I go in with my second like real lotion to really reinforce that moisture for me, and so my skin can actually get the actual moisture that I want. I would have to say that tanning products have very specific smell, and it's not the best smell, which is also why like I do go in with the second body lotion. Like it's not a bad smell, it's just not like the greatest smell, I would say. But yeah, like I like to smell like cocoa butter and vanilla, so that's why I use a second lotion. Okay, so this is me after like my moisturizing, rinsing it off, like the post tan, and this is with the blinds open, and you can really see like the best difference here. But like I said, like I'm already very dark, like the tanning is really just for me to get a more even, glowy body. You can really see it more, a little bit more in like direct sunlight, but ultimately like I'm trying to make sure my skin is even and glowy, just really gorgeous at the end of the day. And y'all, I look so fit here. Wow, like the abs, I need to get back to this. Okay, I need to do whatever I was doing in October to get this body. But you can kind of see how darker I got here versus in the beginning. Like there definitely is a change, but the skin just looks a lot more glowy, a lot more just like defined. Not defined, does that even make sense? No, my skin just looks a lot more glowy and even, and I just like love how it looks, honestly. Like I just love tanning. It's one of my favorite things to do. Hi guys, thanks for watching my tan routine as a black girl. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried tanning, if you would self-tan as a black girl, and what your kind of thoughts about this are. I would also like to state for the record that I tan because I want to and not because I hate my skin. In fact, I tan because I love my skin, I love glowing, and I just love like presenting my best self to myself or to the world, and that just really involves me loving my skin and making sure it's super glowy. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. See you next time. Bye.